with the millions.
It's that world heavyweight flow. Championship belt wrapped around my waist, yo. I got that Ric Flair figure four. Slam you on the pavement, that's why they call me Street Pro. Create heat on beat flow. Like Jordan after the second time he three-peated, folks. Get ready, set, let's go. Fight toe to toe, release the flow created by this mic pro. Lights, camera, get low. Action packed, back to back. In fact, this monster will grow. Y'all better let him know. Man with the master plan, and you have no need to know. You came prepared, now get ready for the show.
Yo, what up, friends? Ball and Buds, back at it again with another of your favorite episodes. This one is the Sunday Football Showdown, coming to you every Sunday from now on at 7 or when the games are done at the day, because you know we gotta wait. KFC and Philly is still on. And after an amazing fight night last night, which we will talk about this Wednesday, and I'll give you more information about that later. What an amazing football game day today. Let me start out and introduce you to the panel here. You already know who all these people are. They were here last week, and they will be here again as long as we like this combo. Let's go ahead and hit it up. Clubber D, the Combat G. What's good, brother?
You're after last night's Terrence Bud Crawford's amazing 3-division undisputed champion, the first male to do that. Probably one of the best fighters we'll see in this lifetime. After watching that, I would say condolences to Ricky Hatton and his family. Unfortunately, he passed away. I'm not sure the details, but you know, a big UK boxing legend. But rest in peace to Ricky Hatton. But we're here on Sunday for football. Let's rock and roll.
Hey, we're here. And by the way, y'all check us out Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. We will be back, the boxing champs, for the fight picks. By the way, let us know. I already had a bunch of people hit me up this weekend trying to get up in the fight picks group. It is free to play, and you can win some money if you like boxing. But what an amazing card last night. And we'll talk about it Wednesday, 8 Eastern. Make sure you subscribe to Ball and Buds, BALLANDBUDS. Handy QR code up there up top will take you to all our socials, including Clubber D's YouTube and TikTok. And now we move on. Our other brother, Lamar, Dirty Mojo. What's good, brother? How you doing, baby?
Mute City.
He fooled the Omar.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. Jesus Christ. I don't know how that happened. I don't know. I didn't press the button. It must have been the ghost. I don't know. But no, man. Hey, thanks for having me back, Professor, man. You know what I'm saying? It's been a great weekend so far. It was a great Friday night. First and foremost, I got to see my brothers, Clubber D. I got to see Weave. I got to see Baj. I got to see Derek, man. They came out to show some love.
Tell us how the game went. How did the game go versus Obey?
It went 28-14. It was a really good game into the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? We pulled away a little bit there. Our quarterback went down in the third quarter, so we had to put a backup quarterback in, but we were still able to hold it off. So it was a good Friday night for us, but I got to see my brothers. That's always amazing. So I had a good time seeing those guys. I had a great Saturday night. You guys already know about my dogs right here. You know what I'm saying? So you know how they finished out that game. So hopefully we get to talking about that. And then, I mean, if I can complete trifecta tonight and my Falcons get a win, it'll be a fantastic weekend, man. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm here today, and I'm glad to be with you guys.
Hey, that would be a tremendous weekend. Congratulations on your victory versus our brother Obey. Too bad, Obey. Coach your players up better. Hit the weight room, son. On that note, I'm glad y'all got to hang out. I wish I would have came back a week before. I should have maybe manifested that better, but oh well. I'll see everybody next week. I'll be in DC Thursday through Monday, so y'all make sure you check us all out. The 703 boys will be back together. I'm going for the Commanders game. And speaking of, we have a Commanders fan in the house. My brother, an NFL insider here on Ball and Buds, Shane Peacher. Shane, are you going to the game next weekend? Am I going to see you there?
I don't have tickets yet, but I'm planning on it, so it should be a good time.
We'll tailgate together.
Happy week 2, gentlemen. And for a second there, I thought we were going to have to throw up some sign language for Lamar. Just couldn't hear him like he's Helen Keller over there.
Dude, if you were in the bottom,
if you were first,
scalp tickets.
If you were first with me and Dion, you would not know the amount of times that I was muted and just did not talk. And everybody's like, yep, yeah, you're muted.
It was crazy because backstage, I'm sitting there talking. I guess when I just moved the mic a little bit, I hit the button. So, gosh.
No, it happens.
This, you know what I'm
saying? No, it happens to the best of us, brother. Hey, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Let's get right into the business. Oh, we got some comments. Skywalker, salute, brother. Skywalker
up,
Boxing
homie?
Media. Y'all make sure you tap in with him. He will be there with us Wednesday to review the Canelo Crawford fight. I know he was watching big time last night. All right, let's move it in. Sunday Showdown and Peacher. I gotta back these slides up a little bit. Oh,
let's not. Let's not.
Peacher. Oh no, we will.
Oh,
we will.
Oh, he had to take it away.
21-18. The Green Bay Packers, and that score, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, not even as close as the game was. It was not close at all. But hey, shout out to Jacobs. Used to be a former Raider, going off for 23-84, 1 touchdown. Jordan Love's 292, 1 touchdown. Tyler Kraft, the tight end there in Green Bay, with 124 and 1 tutty.
Which is no surprise. We have had trouble covering tight ends since 1991, so I'm not surprised at all. And guess who we play Sunday? So next Sunday. Not looking forward to that.
Well, no, continue on. I was coming right to you, Peacher. This is your account. How do we feel?
It was just an ugly game. But early last year we played a Thursday game and it was the same result. I don't know. Maybe we're an older team and we can't get ready quick enough. But there's no excuse. We just got our ass whipped. So move on to next Sunday. Burn that tape. Throw it away. Don't even worry about it. Now I have to worry about Jaden because we got an update on his knee tomorrow. I'm a little worried about that. They said it's not serious, but he might miss practice. That sounds kind of serious to me, and just gives me them RG3 vibes.
Oof.
You already know about that.
So he at least came in with knee injuries, though. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I hope not. This was the main thing.
We'll find out if he plays with a brace. Then I'll know it's more serious than they say. If he's wearing a brace next week, we have an issue.
Now, one thing. Shout out to Josh Brown. Chanting in with the Fly Eagles Fly. We'll get to that.
Josh? What's up, Josh?
Just a minute. What up, homie? So, Peacher, I have one question to ask you though, because starting off 1-1, Jaden Daniels has not looked so good this year to start off. I asked you about the sophomore slump a few weeks ago, and you said no, but we're starting to see some creaks in that armor. What are you talking about?
I mean, Green Bay has a great defense, and like I said, short week. Like, I don't know. We'll find out Sunday. But as of right now, yeah, man, the sophomore slump people can talk their shit right now for sure.
Well, I mean, trading for Micah Parsons is a huge deal, Lamar. I mean, you trade for Micah Parsons, you get him in there. Now your defense, which was one of the best last year, may be the best in the league this year. How do you feel about this game?
I mean, that's something that's part of the argument. Could definitely be part of the argument. I mean, in 2 games, the Packers have 8 sacks. I mean, that's crazy, man. So, I mean, I would put them and obviously the Philadelphia Eagles with the best in the NFC. I wouldn't take anything away from Washington. Saying Washington, they did the best that they could do. It's still early. Running back went down. Eckler went down, right?
Yeah, he's out for the year.
Oh, he's out for the year, isn't he?
Wow. Ruptures Achilles tendon. Yeah, ruptures Achilles. So, I mean, yeah, we can go back and say that, the score obviously is closer than what the game that I wouldn't put anything past Washington. Washington is still a phenomenal team. They have a great coach. Dan Quinn is definitely going to get the team ready for the next. He's going to keep that crew together. He's going to keep those guys, their spirits up. Unfortunately, they face a really strong Green Bay team, and Green Bay looks to be the cream of the crop at this point right now, especially that defense. That defense is freaking amazing. Jordan Love is playing great football. And then Josh Jacobs, I mean, he's just so consistent. He's such a reliable running back that it's almost like, man, right now, I mean, it's looking, I know we made our picks earlier in the year, but it's looking like a Green Bay Philadelphia NFC Championship game. I know it's early, but I mean, don't take too much of it if you're a Washington fan. I think Washington will definitely bounce back. They're still going to get their wins. They have the schedule set up for them. And between them and Philadelphia, they can definitely be one of those wild card teams that can get in there if they can't dethrone the Philadelphia Eagles.
And I will say this, and I know we'll talk about this game later. That Giants Dallas game made me feel a little bit better about that Giants win too. So there's that. I got a little more confidence in things with that game.
Yeah,
so.
And I mean, and look, man, I thought Green Bay would eventually be a championship contender. I thought next year would be their year to possibly be in the Super Bowl. But hats off to Hot Take Jake, who has been hyping up the Packers, and it's looking to be a real hype. Clubber D, I mean, I know you kind of shot that down a couple weeks ago. What do you feel about the Packers now?
Well, I mean, I thought they were pretty good. It's just that, he was just glazing way too hard.
He was glazing hard. He was
on them, calling, had his little pet name for
J Live
and all that. Yeah, I'm not going to repeat what he said, but he has some type of some man crush name for him, but it is what it is. I like what's going on. I want to see. It's all cool now, but I would like to see how Micah plays in the snow when he starts getting cold there. I know he played at Penn State, but playing in Dallas is different from playing in cold climates from November on. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna kind of see how that unfolds. But I love what they're doing right now. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. You got to love what they did. And by the way, just to give you the quick power rankings from ESPN, because I'm looking at it right now, the Packers were in fourth before the week started, with the Ravens in third, the Eagles in second, and the Bills in first. So just to let you know where things started before the week. But yeah, hey, look, I think the Packers are one of the better teams in the league. Again, I thought it was a year early for them to be an actual Super Bowl winner. I was going to pick them as my Super Bowl team for the NFC next year. But, hey, sometimes things work out for you to be better. You put a piece like Micah Parsons on your team, who, by the way, let's get this straight. He came in last week and had 8 pressures right off the bat, and he only played 26 snaps. That is a game changer there. Yeah. And so you put that with Josh Jacobs, as we talked about, still plowing yards, still getting to the end zone, still not getting injured, which is the most important part of the running back position. And you've got a really good team here. And I think the Packers, I mean, we can take a look at their schedule later maybe, but I mean, what I'm saying right now is I think they're a very, very strong team.
And I'm going to say this, with the way they can play defense and run the ball now, Jordan Love doesn't have to throw the ball 35 plus times. You know what I mean?
Yep, he doesn't.
He turns the ball over a lot, but they can play that safe ball control kind of game and win now. I think it's going to make him a lot better now.
Yeah. No, I agree. All right, well, let's move into the rest of the week 2 schedule. We're just going to go through the good games, the games that were really close, and obviously we're going to start with Clubber D's 49ers because we are going to go through our games while we're on here. Why not? 26-21, the 49ers pulled it out with Mac Jones, 3 TDs, and Jennings with 89 yards and 1 TD. Clubber D, tell us how you feel about your team.
Man, it was a tough one. McCorkle, he looked the first drive, he looked like pure dog shit. And I said, what the hell are we doing? And the defense didn't wake up. I don't know why. It's always those 1 o'clock games to kind of get you when you're a West Coast team. But,
when you're a West Coast team, yep. That's exactly
right. But Seattle today did well. And it took us a while for us to get it going, but our defense did step up. I was really shocked in this game that Kyle Shanahan trusted Mac Jones, who, just came in during training camp, and he trusted him to drop back 45 times.
Right.
I don't even know if he lets Brock do that a lot of times. The issue I always had was our offensive line is not that great, and Mac Jones is a literal statue in the backfield. And he did have a fumble, but I thought he played pretty well. If Jawan Jennings would have caught 2 of those third downs late in the game would have been over with. But they played well. The defense, they let Spencer Rattler kind of abuse them a little bit, but there's a lot of big times we let them on the field on third down calls against like Upton Stout, who's a rookie cornerback. So I thought they played pretty well. I'm excited what they did. So we'll see what happens in our home opener. We played away 2 games in a row. We were in Seattle, and then we were down in New Orleans. So finally we get the home opener against Arizona, who barely, eked by against Carolina. So, The sky's the limits. We'll just see how the turf toe is going to affect Brock Purdy, how long it's going to be back. But I do feel confident and okay with Mac Jones being a quarterback. Mac 10, yay, yay.
Yay, yay. And that's tremendous. Shout out to Canteen. Appreciate you tuning in, everybody. Let's talk sports. Let's go. I will say, so in defense of Kyle Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan is 16-25 with quarterbacks other than Purdy or Jimmy Garoppolo. And so maybe this proves that he can win without other quarterbacks. And you've got to take into account, even though the Saints are one of the worst teams in the league, Lamar, that the 49ers are very injured at this point. And so even to beat a Saints team injured is a good victory.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great victory. It's a great victory for that whole organization, especially with the quarterback going down. Mac Jones coming in for the first time, getting reps with the ones at practice, coming out there, throwing for 280-something yards and 3 tuds. I mean, that's he played to not lose the game, and that's good. That's what you need.
Yeah,
when your backup comes in there, you can't have him coming out there trying to be a hero. Just play to win the game. Don't do nothing stupid. You know what I'm saying? You're right. Now, I mean, it's Dion. Clubber D would know this a little bit better than me. It is kind of okay. It is kind of concerning that to let a team like the Saints, who who a lot of analysts across the sports world say that they're probably the worst team. A lot of people have said they're a 1-win team, a 2-win team. To let somebody like Spencer Rattler come in there,
0-win
similar numbers, right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? 300 yards, 3 tuds. Alvin Kamara is going to do his thing. Alvin Kamara is just one of the greats. So, but he knows more a little bit about the defense and the injuries that they have. But you have to beat the team that you're supposed to beat, and that's what they did. They went out and beat the team that they were supposed to beat. So, be it ugly, be it big, be it close, they won the game. So, it's a big thing to move on. They'll have Mac Jones will be in there again with the ones. He'll get a little bit more comfortable, and hopefully that they can sustain a lot more drives so that those teams that aren't as good aren't on the field as much. So, it's a good win for them.
And Peach, what the coaches are saying around the league is Mac Jones is actually the best backup quarterback in the league. So when you have something, and I don't know, you can disagree with that, but that's the reports I read this weekend came from because he was a starter and he wasn't horrible. Yeah, he was just average at best. But there's a lot worse. I mean, we had Aiden O'Connell, as our backup. So you can have much worse backups. Peach, what do you feel about the 49ers? Obviously, the Saints suck, but what do you feel about that?
Hey, they got the win, then that's all that matters. But I think we can take old Clubber D to church to get some holy water sprinkled on him because it doesn't matter if it's fantasy. It doesn't matter if it's his real team. There's just injuries everywhere, and it's every year. Yep. It's not a coincidence anymore. It's just every year. And
Kyle Juszczyk went out for the game too.
I mean,
you got hurt.
How they won? They basically won with their AFL team. You know what I mean? Like their backups everywhere, and they still beat the Saints. So Mr. Canteen saying that they were going to come in second in that division. Are you crazy? I'll never forget that a few weeks ago. They were lucky to win 2 games. Let alone 1.
I think we all said that, Canteen, so you better shut that up. Wow. All right, cool. Well, let's move it on. Other games we got going on. And look, that Cowboys-Giants game.
Ooh.
The Cowboys-Giants was a barn burner. A slobber knocker, as JR would say. This was crazy. 40-37, went to OT. But first of all, let's back it up a little bit. We had vintage, put him on the wall, Mona Lisa type Russ Wilson action today. Oh my God, he went off. He had 450 yards and 3 TDs, but wait, there's more. Old Russell Wilson came back to the roost threw 2 horrible passes down the stretch, one in the fourth quarter and one in overtime, which was a horrible interception that I don't know where he was throwing to, the middle of Montana. The Cowboys stayed in it. The Cowboys, I think they've proven now, I don't care how bad the Giants are, they stay with the Eagles. They now beat the Giants in a barn burner. The Cowboys may be better than we thought they were to begin with. And Malik Neighbors. Can someone shout out Malik Neighbors? We're coming to you, Peach. We're starting with you. Tell us about this game.
Hey, Russ jumped in the time machine with Doc Brown, went back to Seattle, threw for 300 yards, and then at the end of the game, old Biff stole that almanac. And
Biff stole
he went back to throwing the most horrible pick ever. So I'm going to say that. But I agree with you, man. I think Dallas is better than people think, but that defense is still not that good.
Still not good.
I mean, you let the Giants go up and down the field on you. When you saw Washington last week, they was hitting Russ left and right, and they held him to 6. Yeah, we'll see. But that offense can score, though, man.
Keep them in games, right? The offense will keep them in games.
And so can Aubrey, man. They only have to get to the 50-yard line to kick a field goal.
Jesus.
What is that?
I mean, it's like it's an extra point for him.
He is ridiculous.
Lamar, you wouldn't know much about that with Youngway missing his kick last week. But tell us about this game.
Yo, hey, you hit it on the head, bro, when you first started talking about Russell Wilson. I mean, the guy's arguably a first ballot Hall of Famer. Yo, the guy,
debatable.
That's not true.
It's arguable. It's arguable.
I
mean, he's not guy.
Listen,
He's
a Hall of Famer.
He will not be first ballot. He's a Hall of Famer.
Arguably,
He will not be
arguably
first ballot.
Depends on who's in that class.
What ballot is that?
Who's on that ballot, Jake?
Right.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, right? Oh, wow. But you know what? It's crazy, man. You said Malik Neighbors, bro. I think you have to come out here and say that LSU. You can say that they're wide receiver you. Because the three best, you can argue that the 3 best receivers are in the NFL all come from LSU. Now you can say Ohio State. Ohio State does have those guys too. But good God, this Malik Neighbors dude is off the chain. He's a guy, man. He's a guy. He is going to be phenomenal.
The one catch he had his eyes blocked.
Yeah.
The guy was blocking his eyes,
bro. And he's a competitor. Bro, I love how he plays. I enjoy watching him. I'm excited to see what he's going to do for the next couple weeks, the next couple years. It wouldn't surprise me if in the next year or two, the 3 top receivers in the NFL, Chase, Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, all from LSU. That's unreal. I like it. It was a great game. A tough loss for the Giants. You know what I'm saying? Great win for the Cowboys, but I mean, hey, it's a divisional game, and divisional games end up like that all the damn time.
And what about the Giants using Jackson Dart in some packages today too? That was kind of surprising.
They're preparing. Believe me, they're preparing. Because what we saw today from Russ Clubber D, I don't believe is sustainable. What do you think?
Keep it going. My brother's coming in.
Wow. What up, Derek?
I don't think this is sustainable, gentlemen. While D. Cleasy comes in, tell him to jump on a tablet or a laptop and jump in. I don't think this is sustainable, gentlemen.
All right, I'm back. I should make noise.
I think this was a one-time thing for Russ Wilson. What do you think, Liberty?
I mean, it's one of those things where wherever you go, there you are type shit. So Russ can have these type of performances, but you got to take the good with the bad. He's like everybody who used to get psyched up for Fitz Magic back in the day. But that'd be like 1 or 2 games, and then the real Fitz will come back. Right. Russ is condensed in 1 game. He'll have his when he was the top dog back in the day performance, and then about 4th quarter, it's like, all right, we know what you are. So unfortunately, his expiration date is a lot faster than others. I asked for greedy purposes, I wanted the Giants to win because of the survival pool. Everybody picked the Cowboys, but once I saw Aubrey have it go to overtime, I said, yeah. I think Cowboys got this.
And Omar too. Also, man, what you guys are saying about it coming to an end for him. I mean, they got 2 tough ones coming up back to back. You know what I'm saying? They got the Chiefs and then they got the Chargers. I mean, and you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get you end up going 0-4. You know what I'm saying? Is New York and the New York media? You know how tough they are. Are they going to be screaming for Dart to get in there? So
Chiefs,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I mean, they got the Eagles in a few weeks later too. So I mean, it's gonna be it's really rough for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of Russell Wilson, just the way he played in his career. So, it sucks to see some of the guys that you cheered for when we were younger, you know what I'm saying? Just seeing them come up. But you know what I'm saying? It's time for a new era,
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people hate on corny ass Russ, and he is corny. But you know what? He was a tremendous football player in Seattle who won a championship and does deserve to be a Hall of Famer. No doubt about it. He's not going to be at first ballot. That's not going to happen, but he will be a Hall of Famer. And he should also be a Hall of Famer for getting a girl like Sierra, because most of us will never hope to have someone as beautiful as that. And by the way,
famous. So why we? That's not even a comparison. That's no.
Well, I'm just saying, but
let's lose logic.
We got to give him props, though, right? On that, or no? Is that there's
from his exes? Yeah, for his exes. Yeah, but he's man. See all these Instagram models these dudes be talking to.
I mean, those Instagram models also go to Saudi Arabia and get their mouth shit in.
That's fine, but you know Sierra, yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, by the way, let's go back to when we were in high school and Sierra was apparently a transvestite allegedly, because like she had like, do you remember that rumor going around? Like,
I'm not gonna get us canceled, so I don't know. Let's move on.
Well, I said allegedly.
Right? Let's move on.
I said allegedly.
And were we in high school, or were we out of high school at that point?
We were out of high school. She was not in high school at all. So we were in our 20s when she first started. So let's get your shit right.
Let's move on to the next one.
What rumor's next? Alanis Morissette? Remember that one?
Yeah. Let's
move on. Yeah. Football.
Allegedly. Football. All right. Bengals, Jaguars. Bengals 31, Jaguars 27. Everybody thought the Bengals were not going to be anything after that horrible game they had last week against the Bengals, but they picked it up today. Jamar Chase, 165 yards, 1 touchdown. And no, maybe the Jaguars, most people may think, not a great win, but you know what? The Jaguars at 1-1 have sneakily been playing well this year between Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne. Clubber D, we're starting with you. How do you feel about this game?
I mean, it's a tale of turf toe. You got I believe it's turf toe for Joe Burrow, and the injury prone thing. You know, it's one we have to talk about that for him. I thought they'd probably finished third. I don't know if I had third or second in that division, but I had them having a good season. Who knows how long he's going to be out? Jaguars, kind of like how we mentioned earlier with Mac Jones, Trevor Lawrence, that draft class of not so good quarterbacks. I'm not going to say make or break for him because he already got paid, but I feel like the Jaguars did well, man. I actually thought they were going to pull it out, but it is what it is. When you have a better coach team and better players, they're always going to take over. So the real question is, how long is Joe Burrow going to be out?
Yeah, obviously that will hurt Joe Burrow. I mean, the Cincinnati Bengals, if Joe Burrow is out. Lamar, how do you feel about this game?
Hey, same thing that Clever D said, man. That injury by Burrow is big. But, you know what I'm saying, even still then, Jamar Chase put up some crazy numbers, man.
165 is wild.
Love him. We just talked about neighbors. Now Jamar Chase. I'm hoping that Justin Jefferson doesn't have a game like his two fellow alumni guys did. If so, my Falcons going to have a tough time tonight. But the Jaguars, man, they actually are a fun team to watch. They look real fun out there, man. Lawrence is throwing the ball well. I mean, he had a couple interceptions today, but Travis Etienne, you know what I'm saying, he had a game. And then they gave Travis Hunter a little bit more time on the defensive side of the ball today, too. So that was interesting to watch. But they're a fun team to watch. It's going to be exciting to see how the AFC South goes. You know what I'm saying? They can contend in the AFC South. So I'm going to keep my eye on them a little bit more, too.
Yeah, Travis Hunter only had 7 defensive snaps last week, but I stepped it up this week with, I think it was like 15 or maybe somewhere around there. So they're working him in as you should have, rookie. Peach, how do you feel?
I'm going to go a little bit opposite. I think it's a horrible loss for the Jaguars considering Burrow didn't play. You got to win that game.
Oh, okay. I like that. Okay.
Yes, they're fun to watch, and their offense was going up and down the field. But everybody's offense goes up and down the field against that Bengals defense, do they not?
Oh,
you cannot lose that game.
True.
Wow.
I mean, you had a chance to take a hold of that division, the AFC South. So I don't know, man. I think it's a horrible loss for the Jags.
Wow. No, you're not wrong about that, though. That is a great point that you pointed out, that if you're going to have the opposing team down their starting quarterback, maybe you should win that game. All right, well, let's move it into another game. The Broncos and Colts were a barn burner, 29-28. The Colts with the victory in the fourth quarter. Shane Pizza, what is that noise? What is that noise?
That's not me. It's really not me.
Don't say Lamar when it's you.
Yeah. Just move the phone. It's like it is.
Just stop it.
Me. I did. I just fucking hit the stop.
You just said Peach. Broncos Colts, Peach, go.
Hey, it was a heck of a game. I mean,
Daniel Jones, 316 yards.
Danny Dimes. How do the Giants feel about seeing that every week? My goodness. And then a personal foul on a missed field goal that would have won Denver the game. What a shame for Bo Nix, because he had such a good game. He had three passing touchdowns, and they were rolling. And then to lose like that is awful. You think you win, and then the victory gets ripped out from under you. So
I mean, the Colts are playing some good ball, Lamar. Jonathan Taylor also had 165 yards.
Ooh.
Oh,
he must still be on the phone.
He's
I didn't pay my bill.
Yeah.
There
we go.
I don't know what happened. The kids are in there probably playing Fortnite or something, eating up all the damn on Wi-Fi or some shit like that.
What do you think about the Colts and the you made me forget who they play, Broncos?
The Broncos. Hey, so the Broncos were supposed to have a good defense, and they gave up over 500 yards of offense, which is fucking crazy if you think about that, man. Like you said with Daniel Jones having 300 something, it's unreal. Jonathan Taylor, 200 and something yards, all-purpose yards. I mean, who said it that saying the Giants to see that, they're probably like, wow. But this is the Colts. I don't know. Maybe the Broncos aren't as good as we thought they were. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say that the Colts are the team that we need to be looking out for. I'm just not sold on them yet. I would push more to the Broncos are a little bit of a disappointment, man, because they did have a big lead. They did let them come back to win that game. But you can't give up 500 yards of offense to the other team. And you're supposed to have one of the better defenses in the league.
Yeah, hadn't looked that good this year, Clubber D. Last week against the Titans, they held them down, but the Titans suck. And now you put them up here against a team that's better. I mean, they do. And you put them up here against a team that's a little better. And but are the Colts better? Or all the Miami Dolphins maybe the worst team we've ever seen in history?
Well, I will say this. There was like 3 or 4 pass interferences on the Colts in a row in that game. And I said, what? Howard, what are you doing, bro? Like, come on, like nonstop. But I put it like this. It's the Patrick Surtain injury. Okay. That's really the major takeaway from this game. Okay. He is the perennial number 1, cornerback in the league right now. And was it Achilles, Peach? Was that what it is?
No, he actually came back in the game in the fourth quarter. He played.
He did?
Fine. Yeah.
Oh, he did come back? Oh, so I thought he was done for a game because I turned away. But that took my point away.
Well, to be fair, he got carried off the field. And
he might not come back for a while.
Yeah, when I saw that, I said, oh, no, he's done. But, I mean, I think it was one of those games where the Colts are playing at home. They weren't getting the calls, and things kind of turned around towards the end of the game. And Bo Nix, they just didn't execute. They didn't win the game when they should have. They had chances to win that game, and I thought the Broncos were going to win. But when I saw the Colts driving towards the end of the game, I think it was like 22-28 or something like that, and then they scored or got that field goal. Yeah, they're gonna win. It was similar to the Carolina game, but I would say it's not a. The Broncos are still a top team. They're still going to be good. Just one of those losses they wish they can get back.
But I will say this: they lost a big opportunity to get 2 games up on them Chiefs. That's huge because they had that win. They had it.
Yeah, but the Chiefs losing kind of still helps them out.
Hey, what a great segue! Let's move it into the Eagles beating the Chiefs 20-17 in a Super Bowl rematch, but it was ugly. Boys, it was ugly.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes had only 187 yards. Saquon Barkley only had 88 yards. Travis Kelce only had 4 catches and 61 yards. It was a non-offensive, all-defensive game. Clubber D, we're starting back with you around the horn. How do you feel about
it? I'll say this, who would have thought the Chiefs would be 0-2? Like, that's just That's like, what? The Chiefs are 0-2? Like, how's that possible? And there's no offensive explosion. Last year, they won a lot of very close games with, like, 3 points or whatever, or very close games where they could have lost. And this time, that luck or whatever you want to call it is just not going their way. I don't think, excuse me, Jalen Hurts didn't complete a pass over 6 yards until late in the third or fourth quarter.
Wow.
So, and they were still winning. So that's unheard of. This was a weird game. It was a very weird game. But, the Eagles are for real. And the Chiefs, what are they? If they lose next week against the Giants, the real question is going to be, what are they? And did Lamar know something? Because Lamar picked them to be last.
Don't do that.
West.
Don't start it. Don't start it yet. Let's wait a couple more weeks for that, Lamar.
Yeah.
Don't get hyped yet. But there is something to be said about what Cover D is saying about both sides of that. Kansas City being a little bit on the fumbling type, but also Philadelphia on the other side. And what I may say is that another thing that we've pointed out, and we all know, Jalen Hurts is not a throwing QB, but it's a problem when you're only throwing 6 yards per average on your throws. And this is now the second week in a row that Jalen Hurts threw 6 or under average pass yards per pass, which cannot be sustained unless Saquon Barkley is going to be running for 150, 200 yards a game. Who am I going to? Is Peach?
It can be sustained. I saw it sustained all last year. The thing that happens with Jalen Hurts, he's not going to have them numbers, but dude, when the game's on the line, he gets the first down. Okay. And I argued with Philly fans forever, and then I'm backing down now because he does it every week. And that team is so good, that line is so good, the running game is so good. He doesn't have to do much. And the defense is great. That's all he has to do is, hey, when the game's on the line, get us a first down, and he does it every time. So
game manager, there's nothing wrong with that.
He only had 60 yards passing in the fourth quarter until he completed that deep ball. But that's every week, man. I promise you, that's every week. That was last year every week too. It happens that way.
Okay, and so I guess it all depends on what would you rather have, right? The game manager that will get you wins, or the spectacular QB that will get you a bunch of wins, but also could torpedo you in the process. Lamar, what do you think about that?
I mean, Peach hit it on the head when he said that. It's. I'm not concerned about him. I don't need Jalen Hurts to be a 250, 300-yard passer. They're going to sustain their drives with the tush push. They're going to sustain those drives with him running the ball and with Saquon running the ball. And that defense is just phenomenal that they don't have to be this explosive offense. They're a great defensive team, and if they're winning games 20-17, so be it. They're one of those teams that can sustain those types of wins, and they're built for it. And then when it gets to those cold games, when it gets to the wintertime, you better have a great running game, which they do, and you better have a great defense. The concern that I have, though, is with the Chiefs. And when you look at the Chiefs, they're 0-2. You said they got the Giants next week. Then they got Baltimore the week after that. You mess around and lose to the Giants, or something be close to that game and look kind of spotty like you've been, and then go into to play Baltimore and go down 1-3. But I mean, that's who knows what can happen. But since like the mid 90s or something like that, it's like 10% of the teams that start 0-2 make the playoffs, and
12%. Yep.
It's very low. It's very low. But here's something that is very shocking to me. Not only did they lose this game, Patrick Mahomes was the leading rusher too. That's not good. You can't have your quarterback be the leading rusher on a team that's supposed to be that explosive. So what's going on?
Well, I want to know if anybody's checked on Dale, because that hoodie's got to be tighter than the Alex Smith years. That thing has to be tighter. He hasn't been that tight since the Alex Smith years, I'm telling you. Because, man.
Trent Green years.
Yeah, there we go.
I mean, look, you're not wrong. I mean, the Kansas City Chiefs, after going on a precarious 15-2 run last year, in which they won many of their games by one score or less, that can quickly turn around if you turn that the other way in a season. We've all seen that, where a team won so many games because they won close games, and the next season they lose all those games. Yep. Now, we don't expect Kansas City not to make the playoffs. We expect them to make the playoffs. I mean, Lamar's the only one, I think. consensusly that doesn't expect them to make the playoffs.
Unless they lose to the Giants next week. If they lose to the Giants next week, then we'll all turn.
God bless. If they lose to the Giants next week, we're all coming back and swearing them down.
And listen, Omar, you made a great point earlier when you said that the Broncos losing was kind of big, because if Broncos win this game, they're 2-0. Whoever wins this game between the Chargers and the Raiders is a 2-0 team. The Chiefs still have to play those guys even more. And depending on how the Raiders look, the Raiders might be a team that can steal one, and you still got to go to Denver twice, and you got to play the Chargers again. It's very, very concerning. I mean, if you're a Chiefs fan, I'm not hating on the Chiefs one bit. Not at all. The Chiefs have been a fantastic team. It's just one of those questions that you got to ask. Did they fall back a little bit?
Well, we will find out if they fell back a little bit. I just think, and this is me as being a Raiders fan and seeing Patrick Mahomes for many years, if Patrick Mahomes is in the division, I will not expect anything less than the Chiefs winning until I see further. That's it. Carl Canteen says the Dolphins coach Mike McDaniel's in the hot seat. How we feel about that?
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
100%. He's lost that locker room. We talked about it last week. He's lost that locker room. The players don't care about him. People are talking about him now. He's a goofy, nerdy guy. There's no way he makes
Logic, the rapper.
Yeah, I don't know when their bye week is, but it wouldn't surprise me if there's, just not doing anything, that bye week happens and then they send.
Hey, speaking of some bye week cuts, before we get into Lamar's Falcons game, let's talk about two shitty ass college teams. The UCLA Bruins and the Virginia Tech Hokies, who both fired their coaches today.
Y'all fired y'all too? Okay, good.
We fired legendary Deshaun Foster today. After an 0-3 start, we fired one of our legendary running backs, because honestly, you can't get blown out 3 games in a row in your non-conference schedule and expect to be anything in the Big Ten. I am pissed. Not at Deshaun Foster. I'm pissed at UCLA. I'm pissed at UCLA for hiring bum-ass Chip Kelly and letting him run us into the ground with no recruiting for 6 fucking years. And then you try to bring in Deshaun Foster and put him into this crap. I don't blame Deshaun Foster. He didn't get deserved. It was like Jared Mayo getting put on the Patriots. That's what Deshaun Foster got. And for him to go 4-6 last year and to get fired after 0-3, I get it. We got our ass whooped the past 3 weeks, like a combination of 150 to like 20. It was horrible. But at the same time, yeah, it was horrible, Clubber D. But at the same time, like, you put him into this mess, UCLA, so y'all fucking fix it. Now, moving on to Virginia Tech, I want to hear from Clubber D and see how they're going to fix this.
Finally they fired Brett Pry. I mean, Pry, when he came from Penn State, everybody was like, okay, he's a recruit and have his thing. But he the offense coordinator Bowen, who came with him, I think he was a Jacksonville Jaguars tight end coach, came to us. One of the worst, he was just so garbage on offense. We had no creativity, just the same basic ass plays. And then this year we get a new offense coordinator, and we're calling plays like Kyron Jones is freaking Cam Newton at Auburn. That everything's evolved by now. It's like, stop, what are you doing? So he's gone. The AD should be gone too. I'm pretty sure we're gonna lose all of our recruits. It's so bad where when I saw ODU was up 28 to nothing or 21 to nothing against us, I said, whoa. ODU?
Yeah, that's what I said. I saw it. I was like, oh.
I mean, we lost to them before with Fuentes when he was.
They're a good team. They're a good team.
But come on, man. It's just, thank God he's gone. Like, bring somebody else in, okay? Mike Vick, if you're better in Norfolk, come up. Leave Norfolk State. No, I'm joking.
Virginia Tech 0-3. I mean, that's crazy,
embarrassing.
man. It's embarrassing. It is, especially with all the talent that's in this state. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For you to be 0-3 and 2 of those losses being to ODU. And I don't want to take anything away from ODU because ODU has been one of those programs it's a good program one year down. They're a good program, but they lost to Vanderbilt and South Carolina. So I mean, South Carolina was the South Carolina game, but actually closer than the 2 games that they probably should have been closer in. But with still Florida State on the schedule, Miami, Georgia Tech, and NC State. I mean, that's a 7-8 loss team. I mean, recruits are going to be looking for the first thing out of there. And, you know what I'm saying? Maryland, I think, is 3-0. They're playing well. These kids want that right now, and they're not getting that from Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech's going to lose a lot of recruits. The kids going to transfer. Did you guys see on was it the college game day where they had the I can't pronounce the guy's name, the quarterback for you guys, Omar, but they had put the duct tape on the back and it said, "I'm a regretter, so I'm gonna regret this" or some shit. I was like, damn, man, and it was showing it in the back. That, oh god, he's kicking.
I mean, let's talk about this, gentlemen, because the NIL has allowed players to move as freely as they please, which I don't have a problem with, because coaches will leave just as quickly. But at the same time, then you have things like this where UCLA had a perfectly good transfer quarterback come from Appalachian State in the name of Joey Aguilar, who has now led Tennessee to a 3-0 record. And instead of that, instead of that, we pay $4 million when UCLA is not a fucking football school and has never paid anybody in their damn lives, including basketball players, and you want to pay this bum $4 million to travel cross country to come back home, and now he's not sure if he wants to play anymore. Now he's having concerns about. That's what rumors are coming out of the Rose Bowl. I'm sorry. This is what the NIL era has brought about. This is what is going to come. And I'm not mad at players getting money. Get paid. Get your bag. What I'm upset about is that if you're a team and a school that has never, ever put up money for anybody because you want to go on academic standards, and then all of a sudden you're paying $4 million to bring some quarterback in when the quarterback you had in-house already was better. Peach, tell me what's going on with NIL, man.
I think you shouldn't be allowed to play at the Rose Bowl. They should move you guys to the wide world of sports at Disney, and you should be playing with Mickey Mouse, because that team is bad, my friend. They are awful.
Horrible.
I mean, it's one thing to lose, but to get beat like that and by teams that should be inferior, it's embarrassing, Omar. And I know as a fan, you're pretty embarrassed right now. I can tell by the look in your eyes that you're embarrassed by that. So,
dude, we were a 12.5-point favorite last night, and we got beat by 33 points. That's a 45-point swing on the bettors.
Christ.
The bettors look stupid as shit for believing in UCLA.
Jesus Christ.
Tell you, Biff didn't have that sports bet book.
Let's move on. Shout out D. Cleansy.
Well, listen. I do want to talk to you about want to talk to you about the NIL. The NIL is a great thing for the players. The problem is the guys that are going to hold their teams hostage. So that's what he did. Nico did that shit. Then he held out and then he left. And Aguilar came in there yesterday against Georgia, threw almost 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. I mean, he's probably thanking Nico for fucking leaving them, because he got out of that shitty situation in UCLA to come to a way better organization. So he shouldn't. Don't talk. I wouldn't talk down about the NIL, because I think the NIL is great for players. I just don't want to see players holding teams hostages like the NFL players do when they're in the free agency. So Nico and it was his dad. It was Nico and his dad, right? His dad is the worst, man.
Mm-hmm.
I actually love the NIL. I just wish you couldn't jump yearly. You know what I mean? You should have to stay 2. If you NIL 2 years, and that would be perfect. But guys jumping year, that's why I said my quarterback in Maryland, he'll leave after this year. I'll bet you.
He's definitely leaving.
Yeah, exactly.
He's definitely leaving.
Like you said, $4 million to get out of town.
But it is bullshit though when you do that and you don't live up to expectations, and especially for a school that is not used to paying players. UCLA has always been about, you can't get into our program unless you have good enough academics. You can't play on the basketball team unless you got a 3.0. And that's why we always had to have the most smartest of the players, because if not, we couldn't go and recruit everybody. But it's bullshit, because now you put $4 million out for this guy when we should have just kept Joey Aguilar. Joey Aguilar's father's out here on Twitter like, oh, thank God they traded us. We got a good part of this trade.
Yeah, they did. They absolutely did. And Tennessee's a good program. Tennessee's going to go off and do things, and they'll probably make the playoff. They'll make the college football playoffs.
They are a football program. We are not. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
It. All right, let's move it into the Falcons versus the Vikings tonight. We start with you, Lamar. Michael Penix looking good so far in the first week, but wait a second. The Vikings with a 3-touchdown comeback to completely demolish everything Shane Peacher had put in the group chat. Oh, now you want to speak up. Okay, go ahead.
Well, yes, but now it's looking like it might have been the Bears. Let's be serious.
Oh, God.
Now it's the
Lord.
Bears. Now it's the Bears.
Six straight punts and a turnover on downs. If they kicked one field goal, the momentum of that game is over. Just give me one score and Caleb and the Bears win. Like, yeah, that was more of the Bears than JJ. I don't care what anybody says.
So what do you think about this game tonight, Peach? We'll start with you since you're
I think Penix is going to eat them up. That's what I think. Falcons all day tonight. That's my prediction.
What's your score?
28-17.
Clubber D, what you got on this game tonight?
First of all, Swift and Justin Jefferson go to hell. I needed one catch and at least a yard to beat.
Let's go. I'm going to win. Oh, I'm going to win.
I told you this is last week, Omar. I lost by less than a point to Blake. So they can go to hell. I think for tonight, I think I don't know if Penix. This one's a tough one. I'm going to say 28-17 Falcons.
Ooh, Falcons victory. Well, we move to the Falcons fan of the bunch. What do you got, Dirty Mojo?
Well, thankfully we have Drake London not injured. He's going to play tonight. Darnell Mooney is not injured. He's going to play tonight. So that helps us out on the offensive side of the ball. So yes, Michael Penix is going to have another great game. I think he's gonna go out there. He's going to sling that ball around. Bijan's going to have a fantastic game again today. My concern though is last week we gave up 2 tuds to a rookie, and now we're going up against the great Justin Jefferson. If AJ Terrell isn't blanking in him or following him around, I'm a little concerned. All right, who? So if our number one corner AJ Terrell from Clemson is not covering Justin Jefferson, and even if he is, it's going to be a tough game for us. It's going to be a long game defensively. Now I hope our front seven can get up there and put some pressure and slow that offense down. They did have a great comeback to beat the Bears. It's a divisional game. They played their divisional opponents tough, just like we did with the Bucs last week. I'm with you guys. I'll go 30-24 Atlanta.
Okay, there you go. High scoring game. I think that Atlanta is going to be better than everybody thought this year, but I also think Minnesota is going to be better than everybody thought this year. I am high on Minnesota, and I have been since the offseason. I believe the training camp connection between J.J. McCarthy and Justin Jefferson will extend into the season. I believe the two-headed monster of Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason will be very good as a running back combination. And then you've got the second version of the Minnesota Purple People Eaters out there on defense. That's a pause. It's a pause, all right. But they're still a good defense, and that I think that Minnesota is going to be a playoff team with maybe 11 or 12 wins even. I don't want to go that far, but they're going to be a playoff team. All right. Let's move it into Monday night, and then we'll finish off with college and get y'all out of here. Monday night, the Raiders and the Chargers. The Raiders are a 3.5-point underdog here at home. I'll start off. The Raiders looked good last week. Geno Smith looked good. I was happy to see him play well outdoors because of the split that he had last year where he played horribly outdoors but good indoors. But now he's playing indoors where he plays tremendously. And I think he's going to play tremendously for the Raiders indoors. I got the Chargers coming off a very emotional victory and a long trip back from Brazil. I got the Raiders winning this in a, let's go 21-17 game. We'll start with you, Peach. What do you think?
I got the Chargers winning, but like you said, it's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and Mr. Hyde with old Herbert. You never know what you're going to get with him. If you get last week's Herbert, you're in trouble. But then you'll get Herbert that throws a few picks and gives the ball away. But I still think I think they'll win a very close. It's going to be close and not as high scoring. I'm going to say 21-14. 21-14
21-14 Chargers, Lamar. What you got?
Man, I think it's going to be closer than the last two games that they played against each other, where the Chargers won. I do believe that the Raiders are a better team. Not better than the Chargers, but better than they were last year.
They were last year, right?
I think they're gonna be a little bit more competitive. If I think you probably would know better than us. How's Brock Bowers? Is his injury gonna hold him up?
He's 100%. They said he played well in practice and everything looked good. Is what they said.
That's definitely a positive for them. So I think it'll be a very fun game to watch. I think it's going to be closer, just like Peach said. I don't think it's going to be a two touchdown win or anything like that, 2-score win. So I would go, I'm saying that it's still early on, and I think defenses are still trying to find themselves. So I'm going to go 27-24 Chargers.
Okay. All right. Clubber D.
This is going to be, first of all, they're screwing the Raiders because they got you guys Monday night in a very late game, Monday night, and then you're going to the East Coast next week to play the Commanders at 1:00. So they're screwing you guys. It's happened to us a couple times as far as a Niner fan. With that being said, you guys look good at 1:00 last week against the Patriots. The Chargers, like Peach mentioned, we don't know what type of Herbert we're going to get. Is this going to be the confident running and doing all that good stuff, Herbert or Pickzilla? I will say this. I think it's going to be a hard-fought game. I'm going to go with 30-27, kind of high-scoring field goal will win this. And I feel the Las Vegas Raiders will win.
Oh, wow.
I got the Raiders winning.
Let's go, Raiders. All right. Let's go. Hopefully so. All right. So we'll see what happens there with the NFL. And let's move it into a little bit of college before we get out of here. Let me bring this up real quick. There we go. Oh, you know what? Actually, quick scores on next week's games. We're just doing scores on this. You don't even have to do score. Actually, we're just doing picks. Quick picks. Thursday night, Bills, Dolphins. Sunday,
Bills.
Raiders, Commanders. You got Cardinals, 49ers, Chiefs, Giants, Lions, Ravens. Lamar, your Falcons aren't in here because you're playing the Panthers, so we figured that's a win. So let me go through and give you mine. I got Bills, Raiders, 49ers, Chiefs, and Ravens. Clubber D, what you got?
Bills, because that one shouldn't be on there. I'll agree with that one. Commanders one's tough. I'm going to go with Raiders. I don't want to go against my team, but I got 49ers, but I can see the Cardinals winning. Chiefs, and we'll go with
tough
one.
one.
Go to Ravens.
Monday night. And we'll talk about that one next week too. So Lamar, what do you think?
I'm going the Bills, obviously, for obvious reasons. The Dolphins are just not good. I'm actually going Washington, based off what you said, Clubber D or Omar. The Raiders are going to have a tough Monday night game, and then they're going to a late name, and then they're going to have to go all the way out to Washington. I don't take that Washington loss as something to look for. I think Washington is a better team. I think Washington will win that game. Same thing. The Cardinals. It's hard. It's hard to go against the 49ers. They're 2-0. Cardinals. I would go with the Cardinals in a close game, just because of all the injuries the 49ers has. Chiefs should be able to handle the Giants. If they don't, it's going to be something that we're going to be talking about probably most of the show next Sunday. And then the Ravens. On Monday night games, those primetime games tend to be more competitive no matter how things go. But the Lions did look really good today. I know it was against the Bears. The Lions look good. You put up 50 points, you look good. So it's a close game, man. But I have to go with the Ravens because the Ravens are just phenomenal.
Peach?
I had to go Bills. Josh Allen and company will be out by halftime. The game will be over by halftime.
Yep.
In a shocker, I'm going to pick the Raiders to win, man.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Let's go.
We're going to have a tough time with Bowers. And like I said, that Jaden knee injury scares me. It just popped up on my screen that he's day-to-day.
Oh, he's day-to-day.
Day-to-day.
That's why that's why I was kind of wondering. That's why I picked the Raiders. I didn't know the extent of that injury.
Maybe it's a Marcus Mariota revenge game. Maybe we'll get that, though. So who knows? You think about that, did you? All right, then I'll go the Cardinals just because of the injuries. If Brock plays, though, I'll swing it the other way. I might change my pick down the line, but as of right now, oh God, whatever. Chiefs, and then Ravens. Chiefs and Ravens.
All right, cool. Now let's move it into college football. Let's talk about the games of the weekend. We're about to get you out of here. I know the game is about to come on in 5 minutes. Let's talk about it, y'all. Lamar, this is your account. We'll start with you. What a fucking amazing game this was.
Bro, hey, listen up, man.
Cannoli.
Everybody, I don't say everybody, but a lot of people talk about how the SEC is falling off. The SEC has 11 teams in the top 25. Vanderbilt just jumped in the top 25. That's a fucking amazing, man. That Georgia-Tennessee game, man, by far, that game was amazing. The best game that they've had in the last 8 years, you know what I'm saying, between Georgia and Tennessee, man. That game felt like last year when Alabama went into Tennessee, and Alabama wasn't playing very good, but Tennessee still got that win. And it was almost like that, man. They came in there. Georgia hadn't really been playing well offensively. Defensively, they played good, but they did play against a lot of the two smaller schools. But that catch, Peach, you said it on the fucking on the mess. But about Humphreys, that on 4th and 6, wow. But you know what's crazy, man? A lot of coaches, man. They tend to. This game was won because of coaching more so. When Tennessee got down there, what are they doing trying to go for to get that 5-yard penalty, man? Just stay where you're at, kick the field goal, win the game. They try so much to just boom. That just I knew when he missed that field goal, I said that whole team, they were just done. They couldn't do anything about anything. Georgia had the momentum there and came back and win. We talked about the Florida Gators and LSU. The game closer than what I thought it was going to be. I thought LSU was going to blow them out. But DJ Lagway, I don't care what you say, bro. You can't throw 5 interceptions. You cannot throw 5 interceptions in a middle school game and expect to win, especially on the road at a hostile.
These kids, not it.
No.
The money they're paying, not it.
5 interceptions? 5? Bro, I think I could have played and not thrown 5 interceptions. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even play.
He went from Lagway to being on Lelway with that arm. That is And
yo, look, I mean, their schedule is I think they had the hardest schedule in college football. So I mean, good God, if they could have stole that one from LSU, oh man, it's gonna be rough for them. And then that game between Notre Dame and Texas A&M.
Notre Dame.
Wow. That last drive that Texas A&M had, and then they scored with about 2 minutes to go. That wide receiver Carver, 207 yards. Bro, he's nice. I like him. I like the wide receiver from Tennessee, but that game was so fun to watch. I loved every bit of that game. And then at the end, to hold them, to not let them get in the field goal range, to win that game, Notre Dame. Man, Notre Dame, I think they're still in the top 25. Mm-hmm. It's going to be hard for them to make the playoffs because I'm not sure if they can make that ACC champ. I got one for Peach. When Peach starts off, I got a question. I want you to answer this, Peach, and just do your stuff. Is we hyped up this draft class of quarterbacks coming in next year? How do they look now?
Yeah, I mean, not very good.
Exactly.
Not as good as I thought, man. So we'll see.
Well, Beck is playing pretty good in Miami. Beck's not playing bad. He's playing good in Miami.
Yeah, but no one really thought what they were talking about, like Nussmeier and Klubnik, and we thought they were going to be up here, and Arch Manning as well up here, and then what we're seeing now is not what we thought. And only one that is, like you said, Beck is looking good, but this draft class isn't looking like it's going to be what we thought it would be. You know what I'm saying? As far as being top tier. Yeah,
because Texas they didn't look good yesterday. They did not look. I mean, they won big, but they did not look that good yesterday.
Me and Deion's been talking about it. Arch Manning is hurt. Something wrong with his shoulder. Yeah. And if he's really hurt, he needs to not play with it. He needs to just take a seat for a few weeks and see what's going on.
Well, they got that Oklahoma game coming up soon, and Oklahoma looks fucking good. And that River that is. I'm not sure where that game is being held at, but it's gonna be a burner. It's gonna be a good game. And they play that game early, so. And
JJ McCarthy like a TikToker.
Well, there you go. Hey, we appreciate y'all tuning in. I know the game is about to start, and I know Dirty Mojo wants to go watch his team. And I got this chick. She bought me some tickets to D.L. Hughley, so we're about to go watch some comedy here in a second.
At the same comedy show?
At Zany's, yeah.
James, yeah, we saw on HJ. That place is awesome.
She bought it for you, Omar.
Yes, she bought them for me. So I'm about to meet
you
her
got to put
there.
out. Now you got to put out. Now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to lay the pipe down? That's what they said.
Don't give her a side hug.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. We really appreciate it. It's Ballin' Buds at BALLANDBUDS. Make sure that you subscribe on YouTube. Let's get all of us back up here. Clubber D, tell them where to find you.
Hey, find me on Clubber D, YouTube. I'm gonna have a little Crawford short coming up pretty soon, probably today or tomorrow. I'll post it up. But Wednesday, Ball and Buds, big boxing show. We're gonna talk about the greatness of Terrence Crawford. Okay, we're talking about all that stuff. Tune in Wednesday, 8:00 Eastern Standard Time. Holla.
Make sure you tune in because Ballin' Buds, by the way, was all over the world this weekend. We had over 2,000 subscribers come from all over the world, including United Kingdom, Philippines, Ireland, Australia, so on and so forth. And we welcome you all in, and we appreciate you here. Dirty Mojo, sign out. How you feel about your team?
Oh man, you already know what I like, man. You know what I'm gonna pick. You know who I picked. Please let this trifecta hit for me tonight. The Falcons win. Falcons win. Let's rock and roll. I can't wait to get out there and watch them play.
There you go. Shane Peacher, sign yourself off. Where can they find you?
At Peachamania on Twitter. That's where I stay. That's my favorite place to read about sports, look about sports. Hey, hopefully you hit that trifecta, Lamar, man. That's always tough to do. It's tough to do. Hey, are you winning your fantasy? Is that going to be a quadruple?
I don't know. I think because I had Allen and he didn't have a touchdown. I think he had like 150 yards, no touch. So I'm in trouble.
As I go against Omar fans, I might start 0-2 in my league and the big money league. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Omar out here balling. Hey, see y'all in DC next week. I'll be home on Thursday. Holla at your boy. And y'all be good. We'll see you on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern at Ballin' Buds. Holla.
Oh, Omar got his ass whooped. He lost a fancy.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even look at the scores.
It's 132.
Hey. I got 40 points.
48 points.
He got beat like the Bears today.
Lord,
he got beat like the Bears.
The brakes are off. All right. Yeah.
BTA'd my ass, bro. Felt the ass.
All right. Y'all be easy, y'all.
Take it easy.
See ya.
He's with the millions.
It's that world heavyweight flow. Championship belt wrapped around my waist, yo. I got that Ric Flair figure flow. Slam you on the pavement, that's why they call me Street Pro. Create heat on beat flow. Like Jordan after the second time he three-peated, folks. Get ready, set, let's go. Fight toe to toe, release the flow created by this micro. Lights, camera, get low. Action packed, back to back. In fact, this monster will go. Y'all better let him know. Man with the master plan, and you have no need to know. You came prepared, now get ready for the show.
Omar, you gotta make an outro video like that, man.
No, yeah, I know. I'm working on a new video for all of us for the football one.
Okay.
Yeah, but all right, y'all can stay on as long as you want, but I gotta get out of here.
I'm going inside.
D Cleasy.
What up, y'all?
Hey, what up?
Chilling.
Hey, let's go Raiders tomorrow.
Yeah, I went to the steakhouse and off of 234. It's weird because I ain't lived. I never been there before.
Oh, that's right. Because the one by your house ain't open, right?
Felt weird. I was like, I'm not gonna wear Raiders, so I wore my A's.
Nice. There you go. All right, brothers. Well, I'm out. I'm going to see DL Hughley.
Yep.
I'll see y'all later.
I'm about to go watch the game. Peace.
How you turn this off?
Mm-hmm.